So a central tank supplying water to a housing colony gets filled by two pipes, A and B, in 5 hours and 20 hours respectively. Both were opened at 5 o'clock when the tank was about to fill. As scheduled, the attendant noticed that a drain valve was open. He closed the valve and it required 1 more hour to fill the tank to fill it completely. In how many hours can the drain valve empty the tank? Okay, so what we have to find out? We have to find out the capacity or leakage capacity of drain valve. So actually what is the problem right now? That there are two filler pipes. Let's say they are A and B, and there is a leakage pipe is what it is L. So what he was expecting that 1 upon A plus 1 upon B. So I think we can calculate it. So 1 upon 5 plus 1 upon 20 is 20. 5 fours are 20 ones are. So 5 by 20 is 1 upon 4 hours. So he's expecting that in this 4 hours, this system is going to be filled. But in this particular 4 hour, actually what happened that A and B was working, that is good, but the leakage pipe was also working. So further what he have to do, immediately he just close this leakage pipe, and for next 1 hour he also start to fill this particular system with these two pipes, and the work was then completed. So I think that's a easy question, but you have to calculate this all the things, and then you have to find out the value of L. So I hope you can do this because I'm going to tell you some tricky method. So you can start with the tricky method also. Why this E and B have to work for next 1 hour? Because of the 4 hours of leakage work which is was done by drain valve. So can we say that 4 times of leakage wire is equals to 1 hour of this A and B? That is correct, because for next 1 hour, what was done that this leakage pipe was working for 4 hours. So this A and B have to fill the remaining of the part of the system. Now we know the values of 1 upon A plus 1 upon B is what is 1 by 4. So you can straight away put the value is 1 by 4. So value of this leakage pipe is going to be 416 hours. So I think this is a bit tricky question, not tricky question actually. You can reduce calculation actually. So by this, you can use the calculation part. Okay, so let's go to the next question. ABC take 20 and 25 days respectively to complete a job. If not more than two of them work together on a single day, and no two consecutive days have the same pair of people working. What does that mean? Then you start to work with A and B, so you can't do the work with same pair. You need to change the pair, whether it could be A or C, or it could be B or C, doesn't matter. But you cannot do same work with what A and B. Okay, so first day you can start with AB, second day you can start with AC, but I think that will be a later on part. But no two consecutive days have the same pair of work. Then important thing is that what is the minimum number of days are required to finish the work. Now minimum number of days are required to finish the work. So I think the person who is having the more efficiency or the person with the highest efficiency, I think he should work daily. So who is having the highest frequency or efficiency? So Ace can complete a work in 10 days. As I already taught you that 1 by 10. So he can complete 10% of the work in a 1 day. B can do with 20 days. So 1 by 20, I hope this is going to be 5%. And C can complete a work in 25 days. So what is 1 by 25 actually? So it is 4%. So who is the person who is having the more efficiency or with the highest efficiency? So obviously A is the person who is having the highest efficiency. Now A is 10%, B is 5%, C is 4%. So what should we do? Let's start with A and B. Then we should switch to A and C. So then A can work daily. If A can work daily, so I think you will get the minimum number of days. So if A and B is working together, so 10 plus 5, 15% of our work should be done in a first day. Next day it should be A or C. So what should be A or C? So it is 10 plus 4 is going to be 14%. First day AB, second day AC. So in 2 days pattern, What amount of work should be completed? So 29% of the work will be completed in particular 2 days. How many cycles of these 2 days can be written? Let's say 2 days, 29% for next 2 days, again 29% for next 2 days, again 29%. So in this particular 6 days, 87% of the work will be completed. Now what will happen on the seventh day actually? On seventh day, 15% is the capacity of a seventh day. Okay, but what you want, because in 6 days 87% is completed, so 13% of the remaining work should be completed on the seventh day. On seventh day, 15% work can be completed. So what part of a day should be there? If 13% is you want and 15% is the total capacity, so 13 by 15 part of a particular day or a day you want to complete that work. So 6 integer days are required. 13 by 15 is a non-integer or a fraction days is required. So what will be the total days are required to complete this? So answer is going to be 16 is to 13 by 15. Whenever these type of questions are there, when they are asking that no 2 consecutive days or whatever pair of work will be there, so make sure that you are doing these type of problems with the percentage method. Okay. Okay, let's start with the next question. 4 men earn as much as in a day as 7 women. Okay, good. So let's write down 4 men equals to 7 women. Now 1 woman earns as much as 2 boys. So 7 women is equals to, I think straight away, 14 boys. Woman equals to 2 boys. So 7 women equals to 14 boys. Now 6 men, 10 women, and 14 boys work together for 8 days. So 6 men, 10 women, and 14 boys work together for 8 days to earn 2200 rupees. So what we should do actually, let's find out the salary of a person. So person's salary and whose salary we should find out. I think the person who is having smallest capacity or smallest efficiency. So who is the person who is having the smallest efficiency? I think he is a boy. So we should find out the value of boy. Why? Because the person who is having less efficiency can be calculated in terms of higher efficiencies easily. So 4 men is equals to 14 boys. So 2 men equals to 7 boys. Why we are doing so? Because we can use the factor of 2 because we want to get the value of 6 men. So when 2 is multiplied by 3, obviously 7 is also multiplied by 3. So 6 men can be written as a 21 boys. 1 woman equals to 2 boys. So straight away 10 women is equals to 20 boys. This is 14 boys as it is. Multiplied by 8 is equals to 2200. Some of these numbers, 21 plus 14 is going to be 35. 35 plus 20 is 55. So 55 boys into 8 is equals to 2200. 11 5s are 11 2s are 5 4s are 20. 8 5s are 30. So salary of one boy is equals to what? 5 rupees. So I think issue is solved. Next, what we have to find out? We have to find out the value of what is the salary or what is the earned by 8 men and 6 women in 10 days. Okay, men in terms of boy, so 2 men equals to 7 boys. So 8 men multiplied by 4, so 7 also multiplied by 4, so it should be 28 boys. 1 man woman equals to 2 boys, so this is going to be 12 boys multiplied by 10. Why we are doing so? Because we want to get the values in terms of boys. 28 boys plus 12 boys is 40 boys. Value of one boy is 5 rupees multiplied by 10. 45 is 200 into 10 is 2000 rupees. So value of this particular configuration or set is going to be 2000 rupees. Okay. So in this question, what we got, that always convert the value which is on the lesser part, because it always get the, I think change is there, so you can always get the value very easily. Okay, let's come to the next problem. After tsunami disaster, 19 men were required to remove the remains in 20 days. Okay, so let's find out that what is the total unit of work should be there. So 19 into 20 is what? 1800 unit of work is there. But 10 men left the work every fifth day. In how many days will the remains be cleared? Okay, so this 1800 of unit of work we need to complete, or we need to do in terms of this particular pattern which is given to us. So let's equate it. 1800 first 5 day, how many people's work? 90 people work. Then for next 5 day, because 10 peoples are not there, so 80 peoples are there for first next 5 days. For next 5 days, 70 peoples are there. For next 5 days, 60 peoples are there. For next 5 days, 50 peoples are there. For next 5 days, 40 peoples are there, and then so on. So first of all, we need that how many blocks we are needed. 19 to 5 is 450. 18 to 5 is 400. 17 to 5 is 350, and 16 to 5 is 300. 15 to 5 is 250, and 14 to 5 is what? 200, and then so on. Once to start to sum them, 450 plus 350 is what? 800. 800 plus 400 is 1200. 1200 plus 300 is 1500. Plus 250 is 1750. So till that you need full blocks actually of each 5 day. So how many blocks are there? You got 5 blocks. So that is fixed that 25 days in integers you need to complete this work. Now for remaining of 50 unit, what we need? We need that from that box you should start to do the work. This box is of what? 40 people are there and 5 days they work. So we can do it manually also. Let's say this 40 people done in one day is 40 units. For next one day it is also 40 units. Next 40 units, next 40 units, and next 40 units. So on 26th day, after 25 day, on 26th day, what you need to complete this particular day. So plus 1 day is there. So out of 50, 40 unit is done, 10 unit is left. We just completed a question where 10 units or we need, and in a particular day you can complete 40 unit. So 10 by 40, or you can say quarter of a day is required. So 25 days there, 1 day is there, and 1 by 4 is there. So what is the total number of days we require? So this is going to be 26 is to 1 by 4 days are required to complete this particular work in this manner. Okay. These type of questions are of work equivalence. They are just equating the left hand side work equals to right hand side of work. Obviously, pattern is going to be different, but that is the only question, and they can only ask this type of question to you. Okay. Okay. Let's come to the next question. This is actually bit of equation question. If 29 sheep can feed on a field of uniformly growing grass, that is, I think, bit of trick is there. Uniformly grown grass is what? Whatever the grass you got in a starting part, but later on after 7 days, there is a some amount of grass is also there, which is going to growing continuously in this 7 days. Okay, so let's make a diagram. Let's say in a starting when you went there or a ship went there, eatables are there which they have to eat, and the grass is continuously growing. Amount is what? G is there. So total amount of grass, you can say that E was in the starting phase, and 7 multiplied by G. G is what is growing grass per day. In 7 days it's 7G, and for 29 ships, these are the men, and this is the days they completed the work. So men into days is equals to work done, and this was the work which they have to eat it. Fine. So E plus 7G is equals to 29 into 7. There is a two variable, so logically there's another two more variables or equation you require to complete this particular question. In next part, 25 sheep can feed on the same field in 9 days. So for next 9 days, you can say the equation is E table is fixed. 9 into G is a particular grass which grown in this 9 days. So this is 25 into 9. Two equations are there. Let's subtract second equation. Let's subtract first equation from second one. So this is what? Subtract E from E. So 9G minus 7G is 2G. 25 nines are 225 and 29 sevens are 203. 225 minus 203 is none other than 22. So value is going to be 11. Put the value in this particular frame G. So let's put in the second equation. E, we know the value of E plus 9 into G. So it is 99 is equals to 225. 225 minus 99. So I think we will get the value of E is equals to 126. Value of G is equals to 11. Now just make a frame whatever you want. How many sheeps? Let's say S sheeps. The 6 days. Let's say 6 days, and that is equals to E plus 6 times of G. We got the values of each and everything. So E is going to be 126 plus 6 into G is 66. So that is equals to 6S. So values of S is equals to what? Divided by 6. You can also do it directly. Let's write down this is 126 divided by 6 plus 66 divided by 6. So this is 21. This is 11. So how many ships are required? 32 ships are required to complete this work. Okay. So I think this is your bit of calculation, and you can also use this kind of tricks whenever you want. Two peoples are very lazy, A and B. If he works for 2 hours and he needs an hour's rest, so all over the place he was working 2 hours and he was not working for 1 hour. So in particular 3 hours, he is just working for 2 hours. So straight away you can say in particular 1 hour is or her working efficiency is 2 by 3 of R. Next one is like same like this. In 5 hours, he is taking a rest of 1 hour. So all over the place in 6 hours, he was working for 5 hours. So 1 hour is going to be, or 1 hour capacity or efficiency is what? 5 by 6 hours, and this is what? 2 by 3 hours. Okay. If they work continuously, they can finish a job total in 36 hours. So by fulfilling their requirement of rest, how many hours would they now require to finish their job? Okay. So they are doing in the same pattern. So efficiency of A is what? 2 by 3. Efficiency of B is what? 5 by 6. And they've completed the work in 36 hours. But one equation, two variable, how to solve this? But in the last, I think we should read this. Assume both do the same amount of work. What does that mean? That A and B is same. So I think that is so easy for now. Let's take A and B for the same. So let's take A common. So it is 2 by 3 plus 5 by 6 is equals to 1 by 36. 1 by A is as it is. 6 is LCM. So 3 to the 6, 2 to the 4. This is what 5. So 1 by A into 9 by 6 is equals to 1 by 36. 6 is 36. So multiply this number. So value of A is equals to what? 54. And the same value of B is also going to be what? 54. How many hours would they now require to finish the job? So you can get a sum and you will get the answer of this. Okay. So that is another good question. Actually not good question. You can say it is a moderate part. This one is a good question actually. 5 men undertook to complete a piece of work in 48 days, working 8 hours a day. Okay, so I think it's another question which is of you can say work equivalence. 5 men, 48 days into 8 hours. Then I think we also need a diagram for this. One stop working at the end of 12 days. So first 12 days, how many people are there? 5 people are there. So 5 men They are working for how many days? 12 days. And how many hours? Obviously 8 hours a day. Then what happened? Then one of them has left, and after 15th day means for next 3 day, 4 peoples are there. So 4 men, 3 days, and 8 hours a day they worked. Second, at the end of 15 day, the other them agreed to work for 9 hours a day. So then remaining person, how many person are remained actually? 3 men are there, and they agreed to work for 9 hours a day. By what percentage to the nearest unit must they increase their rate of working to finish within the specific time? So what was the specific time? 48 days was the specific time. Till that 15 days are completed. So I think what remaining 33 days are they need to do this particular work. Now there's a problem is there. Why? Because then they agreed to work by what percentage to the nearest. So whatever the 3 peoples are rest are there, they need to increase their efficiency. And if they decrease to their efficiency, so we should write down this, that they are not man actually, they are not doing the working with the efficiency or capacity of a man. They are doing with the capacity of, let's say their capacity is going to be x, not of m. So that x we need to calculate. So I think now this is a problem of basically a you can say of equation. So 5 men into 48 days into 8 hours. Now let's subtract and let's get them on the left side. So minus 5m into 12 days into 8 hours minus 4m into 3 days into 8 hours, and that is equals to 3x into 9 hours into 33 days. Okay, now we can get common. So as I already told you, in MDH pattern, there's always things are common. So let's take common 8. Then 8 is there. Then 5 is there. 5 is there, but 5 is not there. 48 is there. Means 12 is also there, and 4 is a 12 is also there. So let's also take 12 is common. So this is what 5 is there. 12 4s are 48. So 5 4 is there. 8 is already taken. So nothing is there. 5 we can take there, but common was not there. 12 is already common, 8 is already common, so that is only 4 is there. 4 3 is a 12, 12 is common, 8 is also common, so I think 1 is remain there. So this is 3x into 9 hours into 33 days. 12 into 8 is as it is. 5 4s are 20, 20 minus 5 is what, 15, 15 minus 1 is 40. So 3x into 9 hours into 33 days. So 8 into 12 into 14 divided by 3 into 9 into 33 is equals to x. Now 3 4s are 12. So what is that? 8 4s are 32, and this is 33, and this is 14 by 9. Now you can use some logical or some mathematical thing that how to do this actually. That's why I just picked this question actually. 8 4s are 32 divided by 33 into 14 divided by 9 is equals to x. 32 by 33 is a fraction which is going to just decrease the value whatever you have. 14 by 9, as you can say, 1 9 ones are 9, remain is 45, 9 5s are 55, 9 5s are 55. Now 1.55 when multiplied by 32 by 33, is it decrease this 1.55 or it will increase this 1.55? So obviously, because 32 by 33 is a less than 1 number, so whenever you multiply a number by less than 1, it is always going to decrease this number. So x when 1.55 when you multiply it by less than 1 number, so in approximately you can say that this is going to be 1.5 only. Okay, so x is 1.5, it means they have to increase their efficiency by 15%. Okay, so that was the problem.